All right, I'm gonna call the meeting to order, and, the first thing on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from June the 17th of 2024.
I make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
All in favor?
Well, you're gonna say
Aye.
Okay. All right, the third thing is the resignation of Donna Wood. Donna has taken on another, she's had a wonderful job opportunity, and so she has now requested to be removed from the MSD board. And,
So with Ms. Wood's resignation, we need to hold an election tonight for somebody to fill out the term of vice chairwoman in case Chairwoman Beasley cannot be here to preside over the meeting. Chairperson, right.
I didn't think it was like some slowly trying to get.
I was
Right.
gonna say that we're outnumbered. Why?
Okay, do I hear, anybody jumping up, to be the?
I'll help you.
Okay. All right, since Susan has so willingly volunteered,
I mean, I'll make a motion that we allow Susan Phillips to fill that role.
I'll do it.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Okay. And so now we, go down to the facade grant program, guidelines update. Randy?
So I wanted to ask the board if they would consider a definition of facade that would allow those buildings in our MSD where you can see the roof from the street view and it's prominent part of the front of the building, to consider the roof as part of the facade. If you guys will remember when Scott Tyson was here, he had put together a facade application for the CPA building that he owns, wanting to replace, among other things, that old roof steel on there with new roof steel to keep it authentic looking. And at that time, we were struggling with, well, is that part of the facade or is that not part of the facade? What I would like for the board to consider is, you know, again, those buildings in our downtown, in our MSD, and there aren't many, where the roof is what most people would consider part of the facade because you can see it prominently from the road, to include that in the definition and allow that to be an eligible expense. Now, with our facade grant, the maximum we give is $5,000, and it's not going to go far on re-roofing a building by any means. But in addition to the roof, you know, he was willing to do additional things to that covered porch and set that off a little more as an enhancement also.
Is it a matching grant? So you spend 5 to get 5.
But I think it should be a total. You can't have somebody just, I want to do the part that you see, I'm not going to do the back. It should be the whole thing.
Yeah,
But
but
if we approve the grant, they gotta do the entire roof.
I think so.
I would agree with that.
How come people haven't used this grant?
I don't know, Sean sent out notice to all the owners and businesses within the MSD. When was that, Sean? About 2 months ago?
2 months ago, we only got good response
Can we say
from 3 people.
So it's not, is it, is that the Lord's office in there?
And that's all we have from all.
Is that to work off?
Yes.
That's all, so it's all that
It
street.
includes this street too?
So my first thought when I read this is, you know, I read down Main Street and all those awnings look terrible. Nobody's taking this. So do we change the terms to make people do it instead of trying to find expanding it? Because the people that need it aren't even using it. That's my first thought. Can we change the terms? Can we make it better? Just crazy that there's awnings that look like terrible.
I would say ours is pretty good, 5,000, because some other communities is a max of 2,500 for when we did the research for creating, and I don't know why people don't take advantage of it, to be honest.
I mean, can we do it 60/40? I mean, I'm just throwing that.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
no? Okay. That's not it.
Sorry.
Well, I
Nobody's
did,
using it, so I'm just not trying to figure out why we're not.
I did talk with,
You know, with me, by me not owning my
Right.
building, I can't do anything, and the people who own the building don't live here, well, one of them do. But they don't live here, and I have to go through, you know, the realtor, but I don't really know if they're giving them the information or not. So and I think some of the people who own these buildings, they aren't here or don't really.
Well, we sent it
So,
to
because
the
I would love to
owners,
do
right?
something, but
And the tenants. When we mailed it one time, I know we sent it to property owners and property tenants. At one point, we even walked it to like,
Maybe
Or
we need
Washington.
to mail it again, since, you know, we have had some turnover, down Main Street. I mean, we've had a couple, that maybe,
The letter detail what it included? or
Yeah.
just
It
how-
did, because out of the letters we sent out, maybe 4 business owners came, talked with me, and town manager Lance and Mr. Hyde. The 2 young men that own one of the buildings downtown, they own one. They came and talked to us and said they were interested in doing the facade of the grant. And after that, we got no response from nobody else.
how would it be though if maybe we promoted awnings? You know, could we promote like, you know, here's a good opportunity to get your awning redone, you know, and sort of let them know about the grants again, because I just don't know that people, I mean, if I had $5,000 in an awning, I mean, I would want to be able to like, get it back. Hey,
I'm not exaggerating, I think every awning looks terrible. I can't think of a good one, which is crazy. I mean, there's money that they could use, and it doesn't make any sense.
I do have a quick question. Have you ever thought about maybe getting together with all the people that you sent out the notices to, maybe have a meeting here and kind of talk to them about what the grant entails, and kind of lessen. I think some people think, well, it's a grant, I got to pay a certain portion, and they really don't understand it. Maybe just coming and bringing everybody into a meeting, saying, hey, this is what the facade grant really is. This is how we can be able to assist you. So that way, if they have any questions, it can be all done in one setting.
question for y'all. When we send out the meeting request for this meeting, does it go to all MSD?
It goes to everybody on the email that we sent.
And it should be an email per property in the MSD.
Right.
Should be,
we tried, you know,
period.
some of them we don't have email contacts for.
So
Last
this
time I
meeting,
looked
it
into
does
that.
But
go
it's
through
several
all those-
hundred. 100?
I think there's 100.
500. So I know when we did the letters, it's $9.30 per sheet. We did about 4 sheets, about right over 100 some people that got letters from Zaxby's all the way to this whole entire area and back everywhere in between.
well, some of the business owners and the property owners are saying that they have not received emails since Sherry left. So I don't know if we're not getting the full email list or if it's being blocked by some, I don't know.
We could go back in and check, make sure we start getting
Because
that.
I know if I reply all back to some of it, sometimes I'll get 4 or 5 that kick back saying it didn't go because this one doesn't work, this one doesn't work.
Right.
So I might could tell you which ones
Okay,
on
That'd
another.
be
then what we
helpful.
could do is go update it and just go by the business and find out.
I mean, I think it would be a great thing having a public meeting like that. And then basically taking the building and showing an example, saying, circling the awning, saying, this is something that can be done. You know, your painting, your window, your building, all this stuff is considered facade. It faces the street.
Can we make our September meeting, how about, I don't know, Nancy's here from the graphics, I don't know if I'm committing her, but can we write like a press release that's just a public announcement about how our September meeting is gonna be an info session?
You could
about-
have like a free community calendar thing
Okay.
that would say that. Those are really small, but I can also put it in this article.
Yeah, I think if we.
What's the
got-
date?
If we do the next September meeting, I think there's a suggestion to move the meetings to the 4th.
That would probably start in 2025.
So let's say September 16th, we say that the first half of our meeting is a public information session for MSD property owners and tenants to learn about the facade grant.
Are the tenants eligible to apply for it too?
They
or
have
not?
to apply with approval from their owner. because it's a capital expense. I have personally talked to numerous businesses about this, given them examples, and I don't know why it's not taken advantage of.
So now, since we're gonna do that in September,
I'm still fine with expanding it.
okay,
I mean, we've sat,
What are y'all's
we
thoughts?
created this 3 years ago and have nobody's taken advantage of it. If a roof is causing a business a problem and we can see it from the street, include it.
I mean, because that, it ends up benefiting me.
All of us,
and
we all
a lot
get
more
return on
before.
investment when they're
Before,
building it
I had
sound.
nothing that I could really benefit from.
Right. I mean,
so, do, we're
I
gonna.
mean, maybe that will mean more people come September.
We're gonna have the September meeting, and then I have a motion that we are going to amend the highlighted red facade, may also include the roof. If the roof is, make it visible
I
from
will
the
make
front view of the building.
I'll make a motion that we include the language that a facade may include a roof if its roof is prominently visible from the front view of the building, but would require replacement of the entire roof.
So I think that's fair.
Do we have a second on that motion? Okay. Joanne, second. Do, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay. All right, now we're gonna go down to the update of the banners for 2025 and 2026.
The banners are going good right now. Me and Ms. Jones went out on Friday. We mailed out maybe 60 letters to business owners, Zaxby's, McDonald's, all those owners. The ones down there by the Piggly Wiggly, all those, the Advanced Auto Parts stores, to them, but for the downtown area on Friday, we stopped by every business hand delivered and just talked with them. Told them thank you for being in the town. We appreciate you choosing our downtown to have your business, small business in. And we've been getting a lot of good return from a lot of positive feedbacks. Right now, I think we have 6 people that have already signed up and committed to sending a payment of $200
Signed up to do what?
to do the banners for 2025, 2026 through the town's initiative of it. And I stopped and talked with Tim today, and he's already got everything lined up to get things going about mid-fall around the holidays, so that we'll be ready to roll out in April.
Good, good. Now, would he also, like if we decided that we wanted Christmas banners or whatever, could he do those in a discounted rate as well? That's just something that
I would commit him to it, but it won't, I'll go by and ask him tomorrow
okay.
and get you something to follow back up in
Just
September.
something, you know, I mean, I know we've got the Christmas banners, but we might decide to do something else on down the road and, you know.
Right, you guys
Be
are
open to.
create those two. Okay, I'll go by tomorrow, follow up, and I'll let you know in September.
Any further discussion on the banners?
None of my end.
Downtown Day, November the 29th, 2024.
We did talk with Joanne and Cliff today. They just want to know if we're still interested in partnering that day with them. If so, that I need to attend the chamber meeting, just so I can tell them how we want to partner, or if we want them to continue just to let that be their day and not partner with them, they're more than open. But they just want to know what we want to do, and if we want to proceed with it, and just keep the shop small, shop local, and we just kind of tie in with them with something, they're open to doing it.
So what was your suggestions on what we did with that day? So as far as like, we were just gonna do the live music?
Just a lot of music somewhere around either the graphic or Jody's place, have somebody set up there, they could set up over here on the breezeway of the Parks Rec, from what Cora was telling us, they could utilize that.
Right, I think probably since it's gonna be a downtown day, I mean, you know, merchants downtown and everything, probably being downtown would be
Be
great.
better.
But so it's not really the 29th, it's the 30th.
Okay,
November the 30th, which would be that Saturday.
right.
Okay, so that date needs to be amended on the, on our information to say November the 30th.
Okay, and I will go ahead and meet with Joanne at the chamber meeting, come up with her and Cliff, just to let them know that we would take care of any live music that day, and if there's any fee, we'll try to find somebody locally who won't charge, but if there's a fee, I will get it back to you guys before, so we can discuss it.
And so you're gonna attend the chamber meeting.
Yes, we got,
I know that I
two-
had gotten that email as well, so I do not need to attend that. You'll take care of that.
I'll take it. We're gonna do a private meeting first
Okay.
with just her and Cliff
Okay.
and talk about it. Then if they need to come to the chamber, I'll go to.
All right, that sounds great then. Is everybody okay with the downtown day? Okay. So now we have the 2025 chamber proposed meeting date to the, you wanna go ahead on into that?
Yes, Madam Chairwoman, it was brought to our attention by the town clerk that we've been meeting on this day for several years, but there is another organization that does meet behind us. I had already put in for next year to book it for every third Monday at 5:15 to release 6:15, 6:30. But she did inform me that the fourth Monday is available with nobody utilizing the building. Just in case we want to go a little longer or we get into a deeper detail, I told her I could bring it to the board. Have you guys decide if we want to do this or not? It is not in our bylaws to meet on any particular date. We just pretty much pick the third Monday because it works with everybody.
Are y'all fine with changing it? Both of y'all see it? Okay, if everybody agrees to it,
Okay.
then I don't see, I would not, I don't think we vote on that.
Well, do you want me to get added in the bylaws so that we have it pretty much in our bylaws that this board will always meet on the fourth Monday?
No, because I think, we
We
might
gotta
have
have
to vote, like by email.
Right,
We might
okay,
have to
gotcha.
have a quick meeting, so I think if it's not in there, let's don't put it in there.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we'll just go
we
in
need to, you know, if we do change, I feel like that we just need to change
in-house.
to where we just let the emails go out too, just to let them know, hey, we've got a change, or we're voting on something different, let the property managers and the, renters,
Okay,
the people that are leasing the facilities know that we're changing, you know, a date or.
yes, ma'am. And I'll get that sent out probably first thing in the morning to the solicitor, not list, or to the MSD server.
Okay. So we'll keep it the way that it is until the end of the year. And then
Right,
we'll
then
go to the
January
new
meeting will
schedule.
start on the fourth Monday.
Okay. I did want to tell y'all that I did meet with Trey Braswell in reference to the X,
Okay,
and he was very, very open with that. And he's gonna get, the girl who handles his advertisements and things like that to actually call around to other towns to see how a business might partner with the town in doing eggs. And it might be that we can get some eggs where some businesses want to purchase them, you know, paint them and things like that. And then I did tell him about the area that we were talking about, maybe the directional signs, you know, that we were gonna have something there that was huge, you know. That we wanted it to be a destination where people wanted to come into. But he was very open about that, and he has said that he might join this board, so
Yes.
hopefully, you know, he'll go ahead and get the application, and if we might need to run that to him or whatever.
I will. I want him to just try to talk
Yeah.
with him, but I'll take it by the tomorrow, drop one off, and just tell him to fill out and call me when you want me to come pick it up, we can schedule to you.
Right.
And we got 2 more vacancies, so if y'all know anybody in the area, anybody else in the county, being at Donna's Hall, that would like to serve, we'll be more than open to have them.
Also, I would like to suggest, since the county doesn't pay properties into the MSD, that we really consider putting annexing in the art center and the senior center so that they can play off of anything that we actually do as well.
Okay,
And maybe that would be a really good place for like some kind
that's right.
of, you know, artwork or whatever, just to enhance that area. I don't feel like that they would have, Susan, do you think that they would have a problem?
When they're county-owned buildings, just like our admin building, I say just because they're service and art, so that it would be nice to have them technically in our district map. I don't know how you do that, but
Annexation.
it don't matter. We just need to amend the MSD map to include those buildings.
You guys wanna make that recommendation to the council that the Nash Arts be annexed?
Yeah, and the senior center, because, you know, we might can piggyback off of something that, you know, the town
We're
is
talking
doing.
about public
that-
art stuff too, like that's a good place to maybe look at that.
And it's not gonna cost them anything, you know, extra to do that, so. Do we have a motion to bring that to the, town council?
I mean, I'll make a motion that we annex parts of the agreements. Part of the-
All in favor? All nays? Okay.
Who said that?
Do we have any further business or discussion that you would like to?
It's not in the rules for the facade or the dig, but, is there an assumption that if you don't pay taxes into the MSD, you're not eligible for those programs,
Right.
such
Yeah.
as the churches?
Should we put that in there?
I think
Amendment.
we should put that in there
Yeah, you would
reimbursement
have to
fees.
be an organization that pays taxes.
to be able to get the benefit from it.
Right.
And then just an update on the Christmas decorations, the new ones, they're ordered. They're supposed to be, well, they're being built now, manufactured, and we're to receive them sometime in October. We also got notice from Duke Energy that any requests to fix any of the outlets on any of the poles have to be in by October 16th to ensure that they get fixed before the lighting season comes about. So, the town crew, we're gonna pick a few volunteers by short straws. They're gonna come in after it gets dark because those outlets are all hooked up to the street light, which doesn't come on till after dark, so you don't know if the outlet has power to it until after dark. And we're gonna make a list of them so that we can meet that October 16th date for notifying
Right.
Duke Energy about that. Now, last year, we did notify them just before Halloween, and they sent out a contractor that made it look like they were trying, but only one of the 8 actually got fixed.
Well, maybe if we have the polls that we give to them this time, you know, like you go to poll number 2 and then this one's not, maybe.
Well, they suggest we put yellow ribbons around them. Last year, we put orange ribbons around them. We'll see. Anyway, I just wanted to update. Oh, and then, the old Christmas decorations, the council did approve at their last meeting, auctioning them off on, a company called Gov Deals. So, we're weighing them now and, seeing what they weigh and seeing what the scrap price for aluminum is to set a minimum bid for those.
And that, all of those fundings will go back into the MSD.
Yeah.
Right, good deal. Yeah, we're making something happen.
Well, we'll see if we get any bids on them. They're unique. I like them. They're interesting. I'm sure somebody would.
We saw the picture and we're like, what is that? Didn't even know what it was.
You guys thought they were storm sewer lids with slots cut in them.
Footballs and socks, that's what I heard. But anyway, do we have any more discussion?
I think just maybe something to note that our September meeting, we want to do that
Right.
facade and we're gonna publicize it, fancy, but also that we are looking for members. So maybe we're gonna push this out to your updated list, but in that email, it kind of be a call to action to say, we have a facade program, we want you to come learn about it. Also, we have available vacancies on our MSD board.
Right.
Here's how you apply to be a part of it.
Okay.
We've got to be a little proactive with trying to get people involved.
How many vacancies do you have?
3.
You know, we're pretty much about us all right.
Nominate 3.
Yeah, so two.
And Trey probably
Yeah.
2. Well, I guess we'll put in the newspaper 3 because Trey hasn't applied yet.
What? 2 or 3?
3.
Okay.
And we do have an advertisement line item, I believe, in our budget. If we do you want me to just go ahead and pay the graphic to do a little block style one of these in competition range?
I can't say we're not telling them. That's my thing. I
I
want to
say,
exhaust on this or
You know,
can
it's
we
like, do I
communicate?
have a motion for that?
Motion to put, ad in the Nashville graphic
Yay.
to advertise that we are looking about our September meeting for the facade grant and vacancies on our board.
Do I have a second? All in favor? Any nays? Okay, all right, man, we took care of some business real quick today.
I had a meeting.
So, the next meeting I have is September the 16th at 5:15.
That's correct.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.